Hello and a very warm welcome to another edition of Talking Germany, the show where we do just that. And my guest today is the founder and choreographer of the Flying Steps, who've been described as one of the most successful urban dance crews in the world. And here he is in person, Vartan Bassil.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you that I'm here.
Cool. Great. Yeah. Well, I tell you, you have to see the Flying Steps live in order to understand what the words gravity-defying really mean. And I must say that their latest show, which is currently on a world tour, gave me personally more pleasure than almost anything I've seen here in Berlin or in the last decade or so, possibly even more. It's fantastic. There you are. That was a good promo for your show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, I mentioned there at the beginning of the show in the introduction that you are a member of an urban dance crew. What is an urban dance crew?
What is a urban dance crew? Urban dance crew is like Flying Steps is the breakdance crew. This is normal that you have a crew, and this is a tradition of the breakdancing. That when I start with breakdancing, I was 15 years old, and I see movies, and there was one of them from America, the Beat Street and Break In, and there was like they have a crew. And we think, okay, you need a crew to make this.
We need a crew too.
We need a crew too. And so we find us together and we practice together. And so we built the crew Flying Steps. And then we start to do the competitions. And now we are on a world tour. And yeah, it's really funny.
Great stuff. You mentioned there, so 15 was when you really got into breakdancing. But you got into dancing just a little bit before that. And you were inspired by one great person.
Yeah. I think everybody know him, Michael Jackson. This was for me a big idol. When I see him first time in the TV, I was fascinated. Not from the music, from the dance, how he danced with the music and the body, how he can make it.
He was a sensational dancer.
And he was really, he was really great entertainer. He know exactly what he do on stage. And for me, I was like a magic for me. And so I start to do it myself and to make copy him. And then I come in touch with the movies like Break In and Beat Street, and this was for me the next level for dancing.
Okay, and then, there was something else going on in your life, because at home you were saying to your mum and dad, you were saying, I'm thinking of becoming a dancer.
Yeah,
they were not happy.
And they were not happy. They say, you're crazy. What is dancing? You must do your school, you must go study and find a real job. And I said, this is for me like a job. And they say, no, this is like your dream. This is not job, this is like have fun. And okay, of course, this was really much fun, but also was for me a big passion. And I love it, what I do.
Who were you fighting with more, your mum or your dad?
With my mom. She was really angry about me. But I found the solution to talk with her, and I say, you can do what you want. I do it. You can help me, or I don't know. And okay, then we arranged that I do it 1 year. I try to do professional dancer. And so my crew, we start to building shows and to go competitions. And we see this, we won the competitions and we get jobs with them. It's not so much money, but it make me free, and I was really happy what I do.
Did your mother ever turn around to you and say, hey, Vartan, you were right?
Yeah. I think 10 years later, it was in 2000, like this. Then she understands what I do, and she said, okay, this is your way. I think you choose the right way. And she was then after proud about me. And now in 2012, she's more than proud. Then you see what the son doing everything.
Wonderful. How many guys are there actually in the crew at the moment? Is it a fixed number?
No, we cannot say that a fixed number. We have now more the Flying Steps company. We grew up. And also we have, I think, 20 dancers in this company, all over the world. And we work together. Like the project what we now have, it's going bigger and bigger. And we have so many things to do. And that's why the typical Flying Steps crew, when we started in 1993, we was 5 guys. And now it's changing so much.
Tell me, the original 5 guys, your background is you're German Lebanese, or Lebanese German, I don't know how you...
Yeah, Lebanese German.
Okay. The other guys in the crew at that time, what were their backgrounds?
Yeah, there was from Turkey, Also, we have, of course, German guy, also another one from Egypt. And this was the beginning of the flying steps. You know, in the neighborhood, there was so many Turkish people. And
you're talking about this neighborhood, aren't you?
Yeah, well,
specifically, this neighborhood also, that we're actually in here at DW.
In Berlin. And yes, so we come together and we start to dancing together. And so we built the crew with the name Flying Steps. Yeah. And yeah, this was the beginning of Flying Steps. And
breakdance, of course, is an international language. I mean, it comes from the US originally, but it's been adopted all around the world. Yeah. Is there something specifically, is there anything German, specifically German, about the breakdance you do?
Yeah, I think many people thinking about German are really straight and really clear. What we do, we have a good discipline. That many people know that.
You're using the German word there, discipline.
Discipline. Yeah, this is really. I adapt that now. I'm also really. I like to have discipline. Yeah. Also, my crew. It's really hard sometimes. They are really crazy, the guys. But you know, I think this is the thing what the people knows about German dancers. They are really focused on something and they do it.
Okay. And breakdance, you know, a lot of people assume was music that originally, when it came from the US, it was sort of street kids, maybe ghetto kids, trying to break out from where they were growing up. Yeah. Was that the same thing for you? Were you from sort of, you know, were you poor kids? Were you working class kids? What was going on?
Yeah. No, this was the same. We was also kids from the street. You know, all in my neighborhood, there was some people you don't know what he do with his time. You know, they hang up on the street, they do stupid things. And there was another guys, they find the thing with dancing or with hip hop, and they start to practicing this. And another guys, they was doing just fighting and just stupid things on the street. And so you can see there was different groups of them. They're doing this, and another this was positive thing. We say, hey, we don't want to do this. We want to do something positive, and it makes so much fun, and it's more nicer than what you do. And so everybody finds his way.
Yep. And you guys like to call yourself b-boys rather than breakdancers, or very often, yeah. And I mean, we're talking here all the time about guys. What about b-girls?
Yeah. Also, we have a b-girls, but you know, it's like. B-boying, it's really hard, you know. It's like you have every time problems with your knees, with your backs. You're turning on your head. You lose your hair, and I think for the girls it's also not so nice when she loses his hair.
Vartan,
that's why I think that's why I'm not.
You're saying
it's not really girly.
You're saying that the girls aren't as tough as the guys.
Tougher than no, there's really I think girl she do this we respect it so much, you know. It's really hard, you know. Every time you have a blaue Flecke, or how you say when you something hurts, and I think on the knees also and everywhere on the body, and I think it's not looks so nice in the girl, and the girls she do this, they are really tough.
Yeah. Really tough girls, yeah. You've got an 11-year-old daughter, of course. We just heard in that report. Yeah,
yes.
Is she into it?
Yeah, she loves dancing. Sometimes I take her with me when I am on tour. She loved it what I do, and she tried it also. We have our own dance school.
Does she spin on her head?
No, not now. I don't allow her. There's more the problem about the neck. She's too young for this. I think when she's a little bit older, she can do it.
But there's the hair problem.
But also the hair problem. But when she won't do this, I can say nothing. But it's really important that she end the school. This is, of course, really important for her. Yeah. But after this, she can do what she wants to do.
You sound like your mum now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I'm happy about this, that my mom let me this to do. It was really important, you know. I think I have also friends. They get not this chance to do this what you want to do, and now they are working normal, and they're maybe not so happy when they see what I do, and I'm traveling on the world. I see so many things, so many different cultures, and this is something never can give you. You know, and I'm really happy about this.
And it's absolutely, truly a dream come true.
Yeah, it is really. Sometimes it's
fantastic.
It's take care what you choose, what you wish, you can get it.
Yeah, as they say. Now, ordinarily, breakdancers dance, of course, to hip-hop music, but there are no rules that say that that's what you have to do. And it was in spectacular fashion that the Flying Steps broke new ground with their breathtaking show. The one I was talking about earlier, it's called Flying Bach, featuring the wonderful music of the great German Baroque-era composer Johann Sebastian Bach.
Together with a ballerina, they dance to the music of Johann Sebastian Bach. In a production by conductor and opera director Christoph Hagel, the Berlin Breakdancers' Flying Steps interpret fugues and preludes from Bach's well-tempered clavier. The Berlin troupe started their current tour in the Croatian town of Pula in May 2012. They'll be performing around the world until December. The Flying Steps have been touring with the show Flying Bach for 2 years now. Breakdance meets classical, two worlds which until now didn't have much in common. They've worked on this symbiosis for a long time with the utmost concentration. The breakdancers learned from Christoph Hagel what a fugue is and how it works.
Das war das erste Motiv. Jetzt kommt das zweite.
And they taught the director what robot moves, head spins, and air flares are.
I think we need a few robot moves that connect with the main theme in the second part of Fugue 16. Then I can show the counterpoint, and only with the robot move can I do that.
At the premiere in Berlin's new National Gallery in March 2010, the audience was enthusiastic, and the B-boys were relieved.
We've never done this in front of lots of people for an audience. And we're glad it went so well, because we worked really hard for it. So we're really pleased.
The Flying Steps are also internationally acclaimed. Their show attracts a diverse audience of teenagers and adults, music lovers and dance enthusiasts, like here in Pula.
I'm out of my mind, in a total state of shock. It's magnificent. I never seen stuff like this before.
After a sellout tour in Germany and Europe, the rest of the world can now enjoy Flying Steps.
I was there, yeah, and it was fantastic. I said to somebody on the first evening that I went to see that show, if I could have a ticket for every show for the rest of the week, I would go every single evening. It was great. We saw in that report that there's a big difference between doing breakdancing and dancing to Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, it's really different.
Tell us.
You know, the idea was like, we had the idea before. We meet Christoph Hagel, and we tell them we want to do something on classic music. It's possible. He said, okay, maybe. And I say, we need something special, you know, not normal, just dance on the note, something special. And then he came 2 weeks later with the idea to Johann Sebastian Bach, the World Club. You know it. And we say, no, you don't know it. And what is this special on them? And they say there is the prelude and the fugue, and the fugue have different voices, and each dancer get one voices. And maybe you can choreograph something on the voices.
Great idea.
And we say, oh, this is a nice idea, something new. And for us, it's a new challenge, you know. And so I think many people, they don't know that a breakdancer is a dancer. You know, we can dance on the music. So we start to choreograph this. And so Christoph, he learn us, he give us good workshops to understand first all the composition of Johann Sebastian Bach, the World Clavier. And we understand, and then we start to bring the moves on the notes. And this is people thinking we do something new moves, but it's not new moves. Just we follow the music different. You know, it's like some music is really quick. Also, you must make it quick, and so something is more slower, and so you do the moves slower, and so it's looking different, but as everything, it's the same. We change nothing on the dancing. And
it was a fascinating idea because there was me sitting outside thinking, how is this going to work? We're going to have breakdance and Bach, and I was, you know, I was really keenly looking forward to seeing what you guys were going to do. And you, behind the curtain, you were very nervous right until the last minute. You weren't sure.
Yeah, of course. You know, that's
going to react.
You know, that's what we do was a more art project. You know, to show the people breakdancing, it's an art, and we know also that the classic people, they are really respectful. He love the classic, and then you think, hey, what the hip hop dancers want to do with the classic, and maybe they are a little bit nervous about this. And also we were also nervous about this, what the people thinking about this project.
It was added pressure.
Yeah, it was really big pressure. Yeah. But we was sure we give the best, and we work with the Bach music really respectful, and then we do the premiere, and the people love it, and we was really proud about this, and after this we understand what we make there. This project is so nice. Then you can bring old people. They understand what is hip hop, what is breakdancing, and you can bring young people.
Really young kids there, really sitting at the front, like 5-year-olds.
Yeah, 5 years old, and they see how niceful it can be. Classic music and breakdancing. This is the one story I have. I was my mother in a classic when I was young in a classic concert, and for me it was really boring, and I was happy when I was out. And that's why maybe the idea coming later, hey, maybe do something on classic and to make it more popic and it's more than just old music. And so we done this.
It was interesting while you and I were watching that report. We saw a B-girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, well, there's a B-girl. And you said, well, she isn't really.
No, she's a B-girl. She's a classic dancer. But when we start this project, we say, okay, we need the breakdancers, but also we need some people from the classic part. They have also there the crossover.
Part, you mean classical ballet?
Classical ballet, contemporary dance. And she was from this side, and we do audition, and we find her, and she was really one of the best dancers I ever see.
She's a huge personality when you see her on stage. Boof,
she's from Japan, but she lives here in Berlin, and we start to work with her, and we respect her, how she works, and it's this different, you know, like she has his own style, she has her own steps, and there's also so many passion inside, and when she dances, you have the feeling she tells something with she dances, and she's really a nice character.
Okay, and you're on a world tour now with that show, and one place you are going to go on this world tour is to
Lebanon. You know,
and that's the first visit there in your whole life. Yeah,
first visit in all my life.
Amazing.
When we moved, '82, we moved to Germany, and 20 years later, I go to Lebanon, and for me, it's like it was a wish. To perform there, and with this project, I think it's the best thing to do it, and I'm really happy about this.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Oh God, I really wish you well on that, but it's going to be a great success. And fantastic! Right, we're talking about Johann Sebastian Bach, the composer here, and. In his lifetime, he actually moved about in Germany quite a bit, but the city that he's probably most immediately associated with is Leipzig. And from 1723 to 1750, he was the director of that city's St. Thomas Choir. They're called here in Germany the Thomaner Chor, the legendary Thomaner Chor.
The St. Thomas Choir performing in their home church in Leipzig. This year, the choir is marking its 800th anniversary. Today's programme includes Bach's Ascension Oratorio. The 98 boys rehearsed especially hard for the occasion. Cantor Georg Christoph Biller has been the choir's director for 2 decades now. 16-year-old Julius Sattler has been here for 7 years. He strives for perfection at every performance.
There's always something you can do better. That's true of everything, including music. As a listener, I can say, that's Bach the way I want to hear him. It's perfect. But as a musician, I can never say that's perfect.
Salvete, o discipuli. Salve, o Magestra. Setzt euch bitte.
Together with other children, the choir boys attend the St. Thomas School, where the emphasis is on classical languages like Greek and Latin. The choir boys must take extra classes. Lunch begins with, what else? A song. It's an old ritual. The break is only 15 minutes long. Then, in the afternoon, the real work begins. Music instruction and choir rehearsal. In the evening, they do their homework. The boys live in a boarding school called the Alumnat. Julius Sattler is something of a mentor for the smaller boys. Younger ones like Konstantin Haufer sleep here only 2 or 3 times a week.
I spend the night up here. Sometimes I get homesick. When you spend Christmas here for the first time, the homesickness gets pretty bad.
Weihnachten hier verbringt, dann ist es halt schon sehr großes Heimweh. Hallo, ich bin Josef Kaspar Georgi.
Once a year, the choir holds auditions. Only the very best 9- and 10-year-olds are accepted. Josef Georgi has come to try out. He's about to sing a piece by Bach, which the choir has recently performed. But scholastic achievement is tested as well. For a successful career in the St. Thomas Choir, more than musical talent is needed. Its school is considered one of Saxony's best. "16-year-old Julius knows all about juggling instruction and music.
When you're part of something big, and when you get older, you understand that much better than when you're little. Sure, St. Thomas Choir sounds nice. But the older I get, the more I appreciate what it really means. You can't really grasp it entirely, but you get more of an idea.
Most choristers stay for 9 years, till they graduate from high school. But the experience of being St. Thomas choir boys stays with them for the rest of their lives.
Vartan, that's a very different world.
It's a really different world, yes.
It's a million miles away from all the things we've been talking about. There are, however, 2 connections. One connection is the music, Johann Sebastian Bach, yeah? Just tell me, now that you've sort of got to know the music really well, got to understand the music really well, do you listen to Bach at home? Do you have Bach CDs or anything?
No, just from this, the Württemberg Klavier. Did we listen, I think, in the last 2-3 years, 10,000 times. And we love it, really. It's every time it's feeling good. But I have known other classic music also from different, how you'd say it, composer, you know, just from Bach. And yeah, this is a nice, but we're just not working just with classic music. Also, we're working with different other musics, also in hip-hop, jazz, funk, pop music. That's why there is not so much space for have another classic music. But also when I listen somewhere classic music in the radio, then I listen them, and then I thinking about, oh, how nice choreography, I can do it on this. So sometimes I make it.
Yeah, and there's another connection between you and the St. Thomas Choir that we were just seeing there, because that is, we go back to the word that you were using earlier, Discipline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those youngsters, they work really, really, really hard. Yeah. They're not just born with a nice voice and they go on stage and sing away, you know.
You know, this is really really important. But I think in the breakdancing is a little bit more different. There you are sometimes alone. You know, that is like when you go in the cypher to show the people how you dancing. Then everybody is focused on you, and now you must show them. Yeah. What I learn and what I do, and then you start to do your performance, and then you see the reaction of the public. They like it or not like it. Then you go home and you start again. And every time you have the focus. Okay, I wanna be when I go to the battle or when I go my crew somewhere. I want to win. And this is the mentality on the breakdancing. That's why you get automatically every day the push yourself. You say, okay, I want to be one of the best dancers.
And how much training, how much practice do you need to do?
You know, in the beginning when I start, I practicing all the day, the 8 hours, 10 hours every day. Also, you know, this was for me the hardest part, to go to the school. After I go to the practice, after the practice, I must do the Hausaufgaben, how you said it?
You had to do your homework for school.
Homework for the school. Yeah. And you go sleep, but you don't thinking about the school, you're thinking about the dancing. You wake up, first what you think is the dancing, then you go to the school, and then in the school when you have the breaks, then you start again to break dancing on the school, everywhere. And then I was happy when my parents say, okay, then 1 year you can do what you want. And then really I start to practicing really hard.
All the time when you're doing this, that you're getting all these knocks and bruises on all your joints and on your knees and what have you. But do you not get seriously injured? I mean, it looks...
Yeah, I get, but you know, like you was like a trance. You was like a highway. Yeah. And you focusing and you giving everything to get the next step and to be one of the best dancers. First it was the best dancer in Berlin. After you say, okay, now I'm the best dancer in Berlin with my crew. Now in Germany, then it was the best dancers in Germany. This was next. Okay, the world. Now we want to take the world. And so you start really like to push everybody together to get champion. And then what you do, and so you got better and better.
You must watch that report with an awful lot of interest.
Yeah, this is. It's hard to listen to what's big problems it's coming when you must move back to this country where you before coming. I think when it's happened to me, I never know what I do there. I live now 20 years here. I have my best friends here. I have my daughter born here, and my wife. Everything is here. And then they say, okay, you must go now back. This is crazy. This is, and I don't understand how. When somebody living here 70 years, how you can kick him out? I don't understand.
Of course, there will be cases where the government has taken people in from a war zone or whatever, and then when the conflict dies down, they say, okay, you can return to the place you came from. But in these instances, it's very moving and very painful.
Also, not all the family. Then just one of the family must go back, and the rest stay here.
Tell us about your story. I mean, your family came to Germany as asylum seekers.
Also they moved. There was a war in Lebanon. I was 70 years old when we moved there. I know till now that the bombs are coming. We was in the bunker. I remember this, you know, and I'm really happy that in this time.
What did that feel like? You were 7 years. You were younger than 7 years.
Yeah,
you were 7 years old.
6 years. 6 years. 6
You're
and a half.
sitting in a bunker in the cellar.
We're sitting there. We sleep out there, and you're listening the bombs that's coming. There was the war, and
you must have been terrified. You must have been very frightened.
Yeah. This is, you know, this for me. That's why I'm so happy that I live in Germany, in a safe country. There is not so much trouble, not war. Everything is clear here, and you have a chance to live how you want, and so that's why I never go back there. You know, every time you're listening to the conflicts, there is every 2-3 years there is some problems. Every time happens something there, and every time I say I won't never go back to this country. Why? What is there? There is just war. Why I go there?
So you are going to go back now, but you will be nervous, I think, a little bit. You'll be nervous.
Of course I'm nervous. And, you know, also I have family there. You know, I think that's why I go back, to see them and to be there and to show them that, that everything can be go good. And so I'm really proud to come to this country back. But I feel now I'm more German than I am Lebanese.
It's interesting though you use that word. I am proud. Yeah, I can understand that you're proud of your family. You're proud of Lebanon. Yeah, because of the things you know about that country that are very, very positive. It can be a wonderful country. Yeah, you're proud of your music. Yeah. Are you proud to be a German because you took on German citizenship? Yeah?
Yes, of course I'm proud. You know why? That I said before. The best thing in my life, it's happened here in Germany. Most here in Berlin, and I have never problems with something. No Nazis, no integration problems. I'm people. I'm really open and I'm really happy guy and positive, really positive. And that's why I think I had never really problems. The first thing when I start to dance was my big problem. I had a Lebanese passport, and for me it was really difficult to traveling. I never get the visa, and every time another going, and I stay home. And then was for me the next move, how I get the German passport. I talk with my family, I say, hey, we must do German passport. They was not really ready for this, but I give them pressure, and then I go alone to the government and say, hey, I want German passport, what I must do. And they help me, and I was the first one, I get the German passport before my parents, my family get it.
They followed you?
They get 1 year later. I was the first one, I get the German. And I feel after when I get the German passport, I feel really free. that now I can traveling on the world, and this was everything was a positive things what I get from Germany. Good life, they help me every time. It was like they give me energy for me and for my life, and they take safe of me.
That's an interesting story. It's a generational thing as well, because you're talking about how you originally came from Lebanon, where you were born, to Germany, and now you've got a daughter. She must feel more German than you do.
She's more German, but sometimes she talk about. Also, my roots are really funny. My roots are from Armenia. But I born in Lebanon, now I'm German. And that's why it's really funny that my daughter say every time, my blood is Armenian, and my blood is Arabic, and my blood is a German. It's really funny how she did it. But it's normal for kids. They are this what the dad is, and I am German. She's also, I think, more German than me.
Sure, I know the feeling from my own kids. Now, when we talk about asylum seekers, about people who come to Germany to start a new life, we're back on one of the themes that we talk about so often here on Talking Germany, and that theme is integration. And the question we're going to have a look at now is this: can the arts be used to promote integration?
There should be more projects like TDT, the Turkish-German theater in Hildesheim, more focus on subjects from the lives of immigrants, like the Armenia conflict here, more courage to try new formats in which Germans and non-Germans cooperate on productions, and more actors with different cultural backgrounds.
We're an extremely motley crew of men, women, older and younger people, and we have different roots, and I find that always takes us farther.
I've learned a lot about what other people think, how they think, and why they think what they do.
By culture, Germans mean museums, theaters, and opera houses. But few take advantage of them. Many immigrants have a much broader concept of the arts. As in this painting course, active participation is important. It's about families exchanging ideas in everyday life. Strikingly, younger generations are very interested.
Immigration, growing up between two cultures and two worlds, is obviously a factor that leads to people becoming extremely culturally aware.
And that's the great opportunity. We all agree that arts education is important. Now we have to approach each other to experience culture together.
That's a nice project, yeah. I'm guessing now, but when you guys got together as an urban dance crew, 10, 15 years ago, there was nobody coming and saying, great project, you're doing good integration work here. I'm sure now there must be a lot of people who are coming to you and saying, Vartan, you're a hero of integration. You're doing great work here. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's happened. Yeah. The people see how much energy and how much working with the kids, it's making something positive. So for me, the example they see, there's one guy, normally they're born in Lebanon, now he say he's German. This is for some people it's fantastic to see how also the positive sides it's happening. Also, of course we have the bad side. The people have much problems with integration, but also you have the side for the people. There's so many people there now. When you see the football team from Germany, then you see there is not more just white blonde people, also more color now, and they're different people from the background is from different countries, and now they're playing for Germany. And I think it's really important for Germany that we show the people like Germany is really colorful country.
And with you all the way, we've got you've brought along something that you're going to show us. But first of all, I just want to ask you one question before we move off the topic of integration. If I were Angela Merkel sitting with you now, and I said, Vartan, what is the one thing that I can do to boost integration in Germany? What would you say? What's the one thing that Angela Merkel could do to make the integration situation more positive?
I think to show them people that German is how I'd say before, it's more color, like when I go to another country, when I say I'm German, the people say, yeah, they can be German, but I not look like a typical German. But and I think it's more to accept also the other cultures from them. It's also to open to say, okay, there is from this country have another background, but also we accept this culture, and to do also the crossover with German culture and to see what's happened there. And I think this is really important to open everything and to say, hey, we are open mind for this.
Great message. Right, you've got 30 seconds to tell us about what you brought along, your backstage pass. 30 seconds.
This is one of my first. This was 93, and then I start to keep them. And now I have, I think, more than 1,000 backstage passes all over the world, and I'm really happy about this. This is many nice memories what I have with them, and also see the different cultures and how the people bringing something together. And breakdancing is one of the biggest community I know, and there is nobody interested how you look, how is the religion. It's just the dancing.
Great message again. Thank you very much for that. It's been a great show. Vartan Bassil, cool guy, great guest. Find out more on my blog on the Talking Germany site or at blogs.dw.de/Talking Germany. If you've enjoyed the show as much as I have, come back next week. Until then, bye-bye and tschüss.